Behind me is the Buki building. It's located on Pollock Road across from the Hub Robertson Center. Inside, you'll find the LGBTQA Student Resource Center.
Hi, my name is Nate Pence. I'm a programming intern here with the LGBTQA Student Resource Center. And what the Student Resource Center is part of a branch of Student Affairs within Penn State. Our location is 101 Buki Building, and we provide both a social and safe space for students as well as a center for multiple resources. Some of the things the center provides for students is a very extensive library covering a whole range of LGBTQ topics. There's also our very well-trained core staff, including our director, Allison Sabasic. This core staff runs the center. They also offer resources like crisis intervention. They can guide students to other resources on campus like CAPS, the Women's Resource Center, the PRCC, the Multicultural Resource Center, and the Student Resource Center also usually operates with these other branches of Student Affairs to coordinate events. Now, some of the large events that the LGBTQA Student Resource Center does over the course of the entire school year are National Coming Out Week, which is in the fall semester, and Pride Week, which is in the spring semester. Typically, these weeks contain events like the Hub Takeover, which is every Monday of each week, which is mainly a visibility and a support event where students who are LGBTQ and their allies gather in the Hub and kind of stand around, have a party, make everybody know we're there, make everybody walk under a giant rainbow balloon arch. Other events are the Pride Rally, which happens on every Wednesday of National Coming Out Week and Pride Week, and our Pride Parade, which happens on Fridays of Pride Week. The Student Resource Center also brings in notable LGBTQ figures who will give lectures or workshops. Some notable people we've had are Laverne Cox, who came last year for National Coming Out Week, and for this National Coming Out Week we had Leah Delaria, also from Orange is the New Black.
Hi, my name is Allison Sabasic, and I am the director of the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer and Ally Student Resource Center at the Pennsylvania State University, and we usually say LGBTQ SRC. It's just a lot easier. LGBTQA services on campuses are really important for students, and a lot of people don't really realize why it's important to have some of these centers, to have services even if they don't have a center. I happen to have a partner who does research in this area on campus climate, and her name is Sue Rankin, and a lot of people know the work that she does, and it's been proven not only for psychosocial well-being for students, but also through the campus climate research that she's doing, that these are really important services that we have for students. It's kind of like having services for any underserved or minority students on campus. Students thrive and do better. Their retention is better if they feel a part of the community, if they feel safe, if they feel like they have a place on campus. So I think it's really important that we do this. This is often a community that needs things like our LGBT mentorship program that we have. That's a really specific program that serves probably a fairly small group of people, but it's very important. It's often students that need a little help, a little assistance. It's our graduate students that identify as LGBT who are trained through CAPS and through our office to mentor undergraduate students predominantly. And services like that really do make a difference. Our students really blossom and do better in school and finish to graduation, which is really why we're here. We're here to help students get the skills that they need to be comfortable, to become well-rounded adults, and learn how to better lead their lives and be successful when they leave Penn State. So my biggest goal and dream for each of our students is that they're happy, healthy, and successful. So that's pretty much why we have a lot of our services. We do things like discussion groups here in the center on a variety of topics. They change each semester depending on what the students are interested in. And so discussion groups, we have the mentorship program. We bring in speakers on different topics to help educate the community. We also have our Safe Zone program, and we teach a class. So all these things are built in to help our students negotiate the world and have a safe place on campus.
So I guess the reason I hang out in the center so much is because I started coming as a freshman when I was recently realizing that I was gay and not really comfortable about it. I didn't have a lot of resources at home. I wasn't out to my parents. So I figured in college I would come out, and what better way to start that process than utilizing the resources like the center. And at this
When I first arrived, my first day, they had already hired a graduate student for me. I remember her name was Naomi. She was a brilliant young woman, and she was sitting on the floor in a pile of boxes that had books in it, and there were 4 bookshelves or bookcases. And so it was Naomi, 4 bookcases, an office about half this size, and 1 separate office. And Naomi was almost crying. She said, "I just don't know what to do." And I said, "Okay, well, roll up your sleeves. We're going to build an office." And so we put all the books on the bookshelf, and we started setting up a library checkout system and a volunteer program for students that wanted to come in, and an intern program. And we just started doing things that needed to be done.
People show up every day, and I'm never sure which ones are going to stay, but I'm really glad when they do and I get to know these people. I think it's really great that we all support each other because we go through a lot of the same issues, like coming out and having parents that don't take it well, having to deal with strangers who think they know us just because we happen to be some form of LGBTQA. We have events on Thursdays. They're pretty fun. Sometimes we get free food. Sometimes there are movies. I got to decorate some cookies this year. That was cool. But honestly, I've met some of my favorite people here. Like, I wouldn't have known coming in the first time that that weird kid who shot me at Nerf Club was going to be as important to me as he is.
Welcome.
Another question that often comes up for me is, where do you see this going in the future? And I think we still have so much more work to do. That I think for quite some time there's going to be job security for who's ever in this position, in the fact that there's a lot of education that still needs to be done. There's education that needs to be done particularly around the transgender community and around the intersex community, asexual community. So I think people in a sense know about what lesbian, gay, and possibly bisexual means, but there's still a lot more that needs to be done. Penn State has always, since I've been here, been very supportive of the LGBTQA community. We have now, 15 years later, many of the best policies and procedures in the country, a lot of great programs. We have this amazing center. We have a great staff that's very knowledgeable and very helpful for our students. So I think overall we just have a lot of great things going on here. It's been a slow progression, and so students just need to find, a supportive staff person, maybe a student affairs professional, or some kind of club or organization that can get involved in something to give them some kind of support while they're here. We have great health center, we have great counseling services, and then of course all the different student groups and all the things that we offer here in the office, which at some point I can go into. But there's just a lot going on here, and Penn State has really grown a lot since I've been here. So kudos to Penn State, the administration. They're very supportive. The Commission on LGBT Equity is great. So it's been a great experience and ride for me, and I'm just glad that I'm here and been able to help with some of that.